So when I last left off, we had just gotten to the 5th destination on our list of... Hold on. Who is that? That is Unibear, Unicycle Bear. There's a long story involving Unibear, and by the end of this video, you'll find out everything. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing a lot of narrating because, to be honest, there is not that much footage left, even though we are only at like the 5th checkpoint. And that's because this race was so bad that we just really got bored, as you can see in this clip here.
I don't know. What do you think?
It's all unorganized. And
what do you think?
We get to give feedback at the end, and I'm really excited for that.
Okay. I kind of like, yeah, I can't imagine what you're gonna write there.
Now this 5th checkpoint, which was considered a pit stop, quote unquote, in the directions it said go to the pit stop at Seoul National University. So naturally everyone read that to mean, well, there must be some kind of place designated as the pit stop. But the truth is that no such place exists. So we all took taxis all the way through the campus, and people got lost and people got frustrated. In the directions he printed out, Unibear suggested there's a pit stop on the campus where none really exists. This is just one of many examples in which I really doubt that Unibear has a grasp of the English language. And I'm not saying people who don't know English are bad. I think people who are in charge of English magazines and don't know what the word pit stop means or spell the word jest with a G really should not be in charge of an English language magazine. So actually we got to leave Destination 5 before Hyunwoo's team, which was great, except we got in a taxi, and this is the beginning of our bad taxi luck. This was taxi number 4 and it was slow. We had to go to Gangnam Station, but the taxi, he was seriously not keeping up with the rest of the traffic, so we got off at Seoul University Station and took the subway, which is where that clip comes from when we were waiting for the subway, and it was taking a long time. But then we got to Gangnam Station, we had to go to the media pole and take a picture, which took like literally 2 minutes. And then it was back to the taxis. Taxi number 5, which took us to Coax, specifically the Kimchi Museum in the basement. We literally ran in as Youngbin went through the museum and came back out, and then we left and we got in taxi number 6. Taxi number 6 was another problem because we had to go to Hangang near Shincheonyeok, but the taxi driver kept insisting like, oh, I can't take you there, it doesn't go that way. This was like a water balloon toss thing, but it was in the middle of nowhere. After that, we took the subway to Hanyang University. At this point in the race, everyone was kind of starving, and those guys had not arranged for any food for us to eat. They pretty much starved us, and we had to shell out our own money and kind of waste a little time in the process because it wasn't factored into the race. So then we got in taxi number 7 and went to Itaewon, where we literally got out, found this cafe, ran in, they gave us a clue, and we left. Then we got in taxi number 8 to go to Insadong. It's much later and we are at Insadong. And we were looking for the walls or some clue somewhere. But luckily we found the clue and we took taxi number 9 to Gwanghwamun. We had to write our names in Korean in ink, and then we had to run up to the palace where you can see Javi eating bondegi. Well, at least he got some nourishment during the race. So then we rushed to get into taxi number 10. But on our way to E-Day, our taxi driver made a wrong turn, and it was this random bar, like a wine bar in the middle of wherever. And Youngbin went in and she tried some wine and then had to identify them. And then finally we took taxi number 12 to the last place, which was this bar in the middle of nowhere.
And we are 4th. So here we are number 4. They are number 1, and I'm really glad they made it.
It was fun to hang out with each other, but like the race was just terribly organized in and of itself. And it was terribly expensive. The entry fee to get into the race was 20,000 won, but given how much money we spent on taxi fare and on subway fare, and on like drinks and snacks and food along the way that wasn't provided for us, I wouldn't be surprised if we spent about 80,000 per person. Oh, and we got free pairs of socks. Yeah, socks. Oh no, we actually got a copy of the magazine, and it turns out that those random locations that we had to go to were actually some of the sponsors for the magazine. So let me tell you a little bit about Unibear. The reason you see Unibear is because someone didn't want to appear in my video. Even though Unibear organized this race, appeared in front of at least 100 people in public, and told us all to bring video cameras to film certain parts of the race. If you look at Hyunwoo's video of the race, or if you look at Evan and Rachel's video of the race, you will find Unibear without his bareness and unicycle. Of course, when Unibear told me to take down that video, Unibear insisted it was not because of the criticism. So I wonder, why did Unibear not want to be in my video, but Unibear didn't mind being in Hyunwoo and Evan and Rachel's videos. Unibear can't take criticism. Unibear continued to try to, I don't know, intimidate me. At one point, Unibear mentioned lawyers. At one point, Unibear mentioned like, oh, I heard that you guys cheated. I actually feel sorry for the guy because he's clearly so afraid of criticism. Maybe he was really hoping he'd get all this press and all this fame and so much of a boost for his magazine from this terribly organized race. But Unibear, your unwillingness to admit your mistakes and your refusal to listen to and accept criticism only encouraged me to make this video. I didn't really care that much about the race. I just thought it's ridiculous how much you're trying to prevent me from saying how I really feel. I mean, I was there when Unibear said, hey, the reason that there have been so many problems so far in this race is because I told my assistants like ahead of time, like at least 2 days ahead to set up things and they didn't do it. I'm not making that up. He blamed his staff in front of us, which is not a very classy thing to do. Who knows, maybe next year's race will be amazing. Maybe you'll actually put in some effort and do some research and find out what the city is actually like and how people can get from one place to the other without spending tons of money. But all I know for certain is that this first race was terrible. And that's my opinion, not necessarily the opinion of my team, although I don't think they would really disagree, and other people from other teams have also chimed in and agreed. But you know, an opinion is an opinion is an opinion, and you gotta deal with that. If you can't handle those things, get off the internet. And that's all I've got to say about Crazy Taxi.